channel. Today we are going to talk about my training style and how I typically go about structuring a workout, so you guys have a little bit more of an understanding when watching my videos, and because I just want to be a little more transparent with you guys to be more information. Okay, so let's go. My style is a fusion kind of bodybuilding and functional training. Bodybuilding style workouts typically focus on hitting a certain muscle group or a certain group of muscles each different day of the week or multiple times a week as a split. So for instance, my split is chest, shoulders, tris, back and buys, and then a leg day, whether it's glute focused or quad focused. You're focusing on that specific muscle group that day. You're hitting 3 to 4 exercises for that muscle group. So when I say 3 to 4 exercises focusing on a muscle group, I don't really mean just like 3 to 4 exercises for your legs. I'm talking like 3 to 4 exercises specifically quad focused or hamstring focused or glute focused or delt focus. It just depends on that particular muscle group that you're really trying to hone in on so that you can change the appearance of it, get that hypertrophy, make those cuts, things like that. So in functional training, the muscles are working together to execute a movement or perform an exercise, which translates far more into our daily activities in life. This is where your stability, flexibility, coordination, power, of course, strength, those all kind of start working together, and you're using more total body movements to perform the exercise. So this is a really good training style for anybody, regardless of your fitness level, because it really focuses on that mind-muscle connection. You really learn how to use your body weight. This style of training is also really convenient, again, because it utilizes your body weight, so you can do it at home. You can use resistance bands, which of course are my best friend, as seen in my last video. And I just like that you learn your body so well, and of course it makes those daily movements so much easier, which just translates when you go into heavier strength exercises and things like that. So speaking of which, let's go over how I typically structure a workout. So when structuring my workouts, there's a couple things I keep in mind: conditioning, activation, core work, and then hitting whichever particular muscle I'm hitting that day from each angle possible. So when I say conditioning, I don't mean I like hop on the treadmill for some obscene amount of time. I do enjoy running, and I run a couple of days a week, but that's a different story. When it comes to my workouts in the gym, I just try to keep my heart rate up through the duration of the whole workout. My workouts are typically an hour, 45 minutes even sometimes, because I do a lot of supersetting. So I just try to keep my heart rate up, and in turn, that helps with my conditioning. The second thing I focus on is activation, and that's activating whatever particular muscle group I'm focusing on. So I know we see a lot of glute activation stuff with kickbacks and the side hip things. I do all of those, I love those, but I think a lot of people neglect activating their upper bodies, which is something that I really focus on, especially since we hit upper body, 4 days a week, 2 shoulder days, 2 back days. So that's something that I really focus on too. When doing activation sequences, I do basically always use my resistance bands to warm up, get my fast twitch fibers, get ready to rock and roll. And I just like the fatigue I feel, the pre-exhaust, I guess, before going and hitting the muscles with heavier weights. The activation sets typically are 2 to 3 exercises, really honing in on the muscle group, again using the resistance band or a super light 5-pound weight depending on the exercise, and that is usually followed by a core exercise, whether it be a plank, mountain climbers, sit-ups, just something to warm up your core. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't do abs every day, but really the core is your powerhouse. Yeah, we're not working abs, but you still need to warm up your core so that it's prepared to brace through all of the other exercises. So going to strength stuff, it's kind of a lot. There's a lot of techniques I kind of put into play, but I'll break down some of the basic things that I think about every time I create a workout. First and foremost is hitting the muscle from every angle possible. So that's where the bodybuilding stuff kind of comes in. I do the 3 to 4 exercise per muscle group. So for example, if I were hitting shoulders, I would do some front raises, lateral raises, rear delt stuff, press. Of course, if I'm going to be doing chest presses, flying from different angles, really the variation of angles and hand placements, feeling the muscle being worked from those different angles is really going to take your gains to the next level. Another thing, of course, is the amount of weight used for every exercise. So I want to challenge myself no matter what the exercise is. I want to feel a burn basically through that last 3 to 4 reps to make sure, you know, I'm putting my muscles at maximum fatigue, because max fatigue, tears, regrowth, new things, great things. Boom gains. But yeah, picking your weight is extremely important. You want to also increase your weight if you can. Like if you do a couple of reps and feel like, oh, that felt pretty easy, stop your set and move your weight up and do a little more. You will only thank yourself in the long run. Getting more muscle mass will shed down that body fat faster. And of course, adding more weight, pushing more weight is really important to your progression and getting stronger and getting the gains and everything else like that. The final and most important component to the workout is the cool down. So I stretch after every workout, whether it be a short stretch or a more extensive stretch. I do something because you have to re-lengthen the muscle after you just shortened it by contracting them, by lifting. It's really important to stretch after your workouts. You don't want to get sore. You want to realign your body. You want to be able to feel like in a couple of days you can work out again. Like there's nothing that sucks more than just being stiff and all you have to do is stretch for a couple seconds, you know, after you finished your workout. So that's a really big tip. Stretch. You won't get through a high intensity program without recovering, and this is going to be the way that gets you through it. So stretch. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you stretch, activate, warm up your core, condition, a little bit about bodybuilding and functional training, and I'll see you next week.